So Storm Bunnies, what a cracker to start the year. I'm on the Bunnies. I think that the hoodoo's about to be broken, and the Melbourne side, they'll probably miss Harry Grant a little bit, and Rabbits just look ready to go.
Yeah.
The best self.
Look, I'm with you. I got the Bunnies by 4. I just think, Harry Grant being missing, the distraction of Cam Smith, I just don't think this is the year they continue the streak. And I think the Bunnies
But I mean, game of the round, what a cracker, right? So I can't wait for that
season. Amazing.
Whoever did the draw, really hats off.
Yeah,
hats off.
Tip the cap to that.
So
then
Friday night.
Early game Friday is Knights v Dogs.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm on the Kniggets. No, I think the Dogs will take some time to gel, and Knights are missing a few. They're missing, still missing Blake Green, I think, and they're also missing Kalen at the back. Yeah. I look forward to seeing how the Knights forward pack will go. Right? I mean, I think that they got a team who can push people around, and I think the Dogs still get a bit pushed around. They're missing Luke Thompson for 5 weeks for being a dick last year, and so it'll be a good game. But I think the Knights will get them by 8.
Yeah, look, good point actually. I've got the Dogs by 4, but I'm a bit worried now about whether or not they're going to gel early. But I just thought the lack of Ponga and Green to start the season was too much for the Knights. And I'm a big fan of Corey Allen. He's going to be a superstar for the Dogs this year, and I reckon he's going to run in 2 tries. Just my sports bet tip of the round. So game 3 is the late night Friday game. Broncos always get the Friday game, even though they stink.
Yes.
Broncos v Eels.
Broncos Eels. Yeah, so I got the Eels. I just don't rate the Broncos. Look, they got a lot of guys off contract this year as well, right? So Milford on big coin. He knows he's got to bounce back. He's got to have a big year if anyone wants him. Geez, there's a lot of 5/8 off and halves off contract this year, right? So there's going to be a lot of movement, and be interesting to see who steps up. So I just don't see they've got the depth, and I just worry about their halves. So Parramatta, I think they'll start the year well. Brad Arthur's a pretty militant type coach, and I think they'll get the Chocolates in Brisbane by 9 points.
9. Nice. Good pick. Look, I'm with you, my friend. Eels always start early. They are always ready to go for round 1. I got them winning by 10. So, there's that extra point. I just
2 field goals.
They're going to make they'll steadily ease into it. But, it's not going to be week 1, and Eels will just tower them. So, first game Saturday, Warriors v Titans up in the North Coast.
Mm. Yeah, well, look, I look forward to watching the Warriors. I mean, tough season again for the boys away from home, but I just think the Titans have got a bit to play for, and well, so do the Warriors, right? But I just think that the Titans, those additions, they're going to start well, and they need a bit of momentum if they're going to perform well for the year. If they get a couple of losses, there'll be a lot of doubt that will kick into that team, right? So a good first up challenge against the Warriors, who've got a decent forward pack, picking it up for Fanua Blake, right? So they got a bit more mongrel in their pack. But I've got the Titans winning this one by 7 points.
You like your odd numbers. That's good. Look, I'm with you. Interesting game. Could go either way. Being a Titans fan, obviously, I want to know if they're for real. And I've got them by 10. But, gee whiz, if those forwards of the Warriors just roll over us, which I can't see happening, we've got some bigger guys this year, and hopefully that'll free up a bit of space for like Fogarty. And let's hope AJ Brimson just has a stunning year and just runs in a few tries. So, look, I got the Titans by 10 to start the season, and I'll eat my words if they don't. So Second game
Yep.
on Saturday, Roosters Eagles.
Yeah, well, the Roosters are going to beat them bad, right? So I've got the Roosters winning by 22. Look, Manly always struggle without Tommy Turbo. Lost for Nua Blake, that's a big out. They don't really have a hooker. Cade Cust, good player, right? I mean, he's a toiler, but I don't see him as an 80-minute hooker. I think he'll only play 50 minutes. Opens up a big problem in the middle for them. DCE and Foran, good. Foran, can he stay on the field? Can he stay healthy? I think that's a concern. And Dylan Walker playing at fullback, right? First time since 2016. Let's see what goes on there, right? But yeah, Roosters by a monster.
Yeah, look, I got Roosters by 12. Same concerns, probably a little bit more reserved than you are. But look, yeah, if this plays out to be a 20-point win, I'm not going to be surprised. Eagles, wow, they're in a lot of trouble. Only thing I noticed, I think Croker was going to start at hooker this year.
Okay.
Croker, Cust, really, they're makeshift hookers. And
yeah,
the team needs to have a gun hooker to be contender. And Eagles
yeah,
don't.
agree. Yep.
So,
yep.
So third game on Saturday is Panthers v Cowboys. Interesting one.
Yeah, look, probably a tighter game than most people think. It's at Penrith, right?
Yes.
It's not in North Queensland yet. So probably a tighter game. I look at the Cowboys team and it's not too bad, right? I mean, they got some decent players, right? But look, I think Penrith will start the year well. It's at home, so I've got the Panthers winning, and I've got them winning by 10 points in the end.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to very quickly pause because I don't know if they are at home.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right. Doesn't matter. All right.
Doesn't matter. They're at home in our mind, right?
Yeah. All right. Hang on. Let me get my notes up here. Right. Okay. And cut. Yeah, look, agree. I can't see Cowboys rolling the Panthers. I do think the Cowboys are going to be a much better team this year. You can never underestimate Tamalolo, but I've still got Panthers by 8. And the Panthers are lacking a forward or two. And I think the Cowboys do have a few forwards. So, interesting game, but I've still got Panthers by 8. And then we move on to Sunday, Raiders v Tigers, your Smokies.
Yeah, so down in Canberra. Canberra missing Croker for the first week. Look, Croker's not a great attacking player, but he's a good kicker and he's a solid player in both attack and defence, right? So I see him. They will miss Kotrick a bit. I think they're a little bit weaker in the outside backs. They'll miss Bateman. And certainly not having the redhead Horsburgh or Harawira Naira for the first couple of weeks is, a test of their depth, I'll say, right? So Hudson Young, the guy who was the eye gouger, is starting in the back row. So not sure they're giving him big raps, but Mick Ennis just gives raps to anyone who's either a Shark or a Raider, doesn't he? Right?
All plays in.
I see an upset. I smell an upset here, right?
Right.
I see Madge, the coach under pressure, going there and getting his boys up, right? So I see the tight one, right? But I see that the Tigers coming out of this one by 4 points. I was going to say 3 points, but I'll make it 4 points, right? So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
yourself.
I love your commitment to the Tigers making the 8 and trying to get them there early in round 1. I can't see him being competitive in this game. You're right. The Tigers just don't have the go forward, in my opinion. They picked up Tamo from Penrith, who is 104 now. I'm not sure that he's really
talking age
to him. and they let Benji go. They're a mess. Adam Dewey is not playing. I love their fullback.
Laurie.
Yeah, Dane Laurie. That guy is going to score some fantasy points. But look, I got Raiders by 10. And look, you've got them in the 8. I've got them coming to Spoon. No, I don't. I got Dragons coming to Spoon. So, they're there and thereabouts at last. So I can't see him beating many teams at all this year. And like I say, Madge is going to lose his job this year. So, and then we've got almost the battle of the spoon in round 1.
Yes. So, the Mighty Dragons up against the little brother Sharks.
Playing from your stadium.
Well, this is a home game for the Dragons. So it'll always be a home game for the Dragons when you're playing at Cogra.
Right.
It is our heartland. Look, it's going to be a tough one, right? Because it's a tough one to pick because, I just never know what the Sharks are going to come up with, right? And I usually know what the Dragons will come up with. It's usually shit. So, for me, if the Dragons are not going to get the spoon and the Sharks are going to get the spoon, which is what I predicted this year, the Dragons need to get off to a decent start. And I just think that without Sean Johnson and with Moylan, who will be injured at some point during the game, and Dugan, who will also be injured at some point during the game, I see the Dragons pulling an upset. It would surely be an upset. I can't imagine that the Dragons are favourites for this game.
No, they're not. No, Sportsbet's
right.
got the Sharks at $1.65.
Right. Okay, so good odds for the Dragons fans, right? So in my actual betting, I took the Dragons plus 14.5. That's how confident I am with them winning.
Right.
But if I've got to put my balls on the line, I'll take the Dragons to win, and I'll take the Dragons to win by 3 points. Okay, so
no, fair call.
Random numbers again.
I really struggle with the score with this. This is normally a Dragon Shark score that I'm predicting, and I've gone 0-all or 50-all. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. I really don't. And, it's but look, I'm going to tip the Sharks to win this. The Dragons, after the Charity Shield, I know it's a preseason.
They're a mess. No, they're a mess.
They got a lot of improving to do. So
sadly, it could be a very long season. It will be a very long season, but fingers crossed.
To be precise.
Yeah, look, I'm not a big fan of Adam Clune. I think he's very vanilla halfback, right? So I was really hoping to see the spark of Sullivan in there, right? But you can only play who's fit and who's on your roster. So tough game. Here we go for round 1, eh?
That's it, my friend. All right, mate. Well, best of luck with your tips, and we'll talk again on Monday after we see what the results are.
All right, enjoy.